Wish you luck video. My name is Eric and today we'll be looking at Karuba. Karuba is a 2015 release by HABA and it is by designer Rudiger who also brought you quite a lot of other heavier games like Goa, El Vecchio and Istanbul. So Karuba is a 2 to 4 player game, plays about 40 minutes and players are adventurers, they are laying tiles to allow the adventurers to move across this forest, alright, and then they are trying to reach the temple to get a certain amount of points, or they're trying to pick up gems along the way which also give them points. And when the game ends, whoever has the most number of points will win the game. So you might be surprised to hear that HABA is bringing out games like these because HABA has always been known to bring out the very nice yellow boxed toy kids games like Super Rhino Hero and all these games which are a bit on the lighter side and really targeted at kids. So I think Karuba and also the upcoming video review of Adventureland, I think it's their foray into the light and medium weight Euro style games, or the games that you and me are more familiar with. Alright, so let's take a look at Karuba, the components, and how to play the game and my thoughts about the game. Alright, so this is what you get in the game of Karuba. Each player will have their own individual player board. Alright, this is one-sided. Alright, each player will have their own player board. They will also have a set of four different pairs of adventurer and temples. Alright, so you see this adventurer and you see temple. So there are 4 different colors. These do not indicate the player's colors. Alright, it's just each player will have 4 different sets. Alright, so imagine them as 4 different groups of adventurers that you are controlling in a way. Alright, each player also have a set of 36 different path tiles you can see here. Alright, they'll be placed later on in the jungle itself. Alright, for you to then allow your adventurers to maneuver around and travel and navigate the forest. The game itself also comes with gems. Alright, so it's pretty nice gold gem and transparent gems. So the transparent gems are 1 point each, the gold gems are 2 points each. Each temple will also have a set of tiles which will give you points. So if you're the first to go to the temple, you get the top one and give you 5 points. Brown temple in this case. If you are second, you get 4 points. If you're third, you go 3 points. Now if more than one player goes to the temple at the same time, you all will all share the points. So each of you will get 5 points. Alright, and that's it. Good components, what you can expect from HABA. So how do you play the game? Now at the start of the game, each player will decide where to place the adventurer and temple. So adventurers will be placed on a beach itself. Alright, you can place anywhere from 10 to 110. Alright, and then the temple needs to be at least 3 numbers away, which means that, for example, if I place you can see, if I place this one at 110, so it needs to be 3 numbers away. So 1, 2, 3, minimum 3 numbers away, so it's 90 or 80. Alright, so this will allow more variability and will ensure that the game doesn't end too quickly, overly quick. Alright, then after that you'll choose who is the starting player or the expedition leader. Now the expedition leader will have all his tiles face down, shuffle them and put it face down. Alright, then the expedition leader will choose one tile at random. Let's say you choose this tile, 4. Alright, then it will tell everybody, alright, take out the number 4 tile. So they'll look at their own, every other player will have their set of 36 tiles face up. They'll look at the number 4. Now, the player can choose to do 2 things with the tile. They can either place it onto the board anywhere they want. It doesn't need to be connected with anything existing on the board. You can place anywhere you want. Alright, or you can discard the tile to move the adventurers. Alright, this is done simultaneously. Players will simultaneously take out the number 4 tile and then decide what they want to do, and then when you're done, everybody says, I'm done. Okay, now tile placement. When you place a tile, the 2 requirements is that the numbers need to be on the top left hand corner. Alright, like so you can place it like that. You cannot place it, you cannot rotate it, or it must be on the top left hand corner. And also it can, if you can join to the rows like that, but you can also put it in such a way that it becomes like that. Alright, but it just means that this is a dead end. Alright, this is a legal placement. The other thing that you cannot do is that you cannot place it outside of on the beaches itself. So you cannot place it here, for example. Alright, you cannot place it on the sea. And you cannot place it on top to cover a temple. Alright, so those are the only 2 requirements for placing a tile. The other thing you can do is you can discard the tile to move a number of spaces. Now, the number of spaces you can move depends on the tile you discarded. It depends on how many paths there are leading to the edge of the tile. So in this case, if I discard this tile, I can move my adventurer 2 spaces. If I discard this tile, I can move my adventurer 4 spaces. So the average number of spaces you can move is 2, 3, or 4. Right, and then when you move your adventurer, so you will move them one space each depending on where they start from. So for example, let's say if I do it this way, if I discard and my brown adventurer is here, so if I discard a 2, I'll move 1 and 2 like so. All right, some of these tiles you will notice that you can move up to the number of spaces, so you can move 1. So you could have moved 1 space as well, or I could just discard the tile and not move anything, move 0 spaces. Now the thing about tiles I forgot to mention is that tiles will also have gems on them, so this means there's a transparent gem. So when you place this tile on the board, you also put a transparent gem on the board like so. Right, if I place this tile on the board like so, I'll put the gold gem like that. Alright, so how do I pick up the gems? When your adventurer move, if they land, that means if they end their movement in that spot, then they'll pick up the gem. So you pick up the gem and just put it there. So let's say I normally do it this way to kind of show which adventurer did the most work in a way. Alright, and then if I pick up this one, I'll just put it like so. Alright, so these are points at the end of the game. Now your adventure reaches a temple. So let's say if I manage to do this, like so. Alright, if I go to temple, I declare that I've reached the temple. This adventure is stuck there for the rest of the game. It cannot move anymore, it cannot go backwards anymore, that's it, stuck for the rest of the game. Now what happens is that I'll pick up the first tile that's available. If more than one adventurer on this turn declare that they have reached the temple, the same temple as I did, they can share the points with me. So I'll get this one, then the rest of them just get 5 points worth of gems to indicate that they've got 5 points. Okay, you cannot change direction as you move. That means I cannot like 1, 2, for example. Right, I must keep going forward. Only when it comes to a cross junction, then I can start to change direction. So I can then come here. Right, or I could then continue moving straight here like so. Okay, and the game will end when all the tiles have been used up. All right, or one player has all the adventurers reach the temple. Then the game will end. Then you count the points. Whoever has the most points in terms of the points from the temple relics that they collected and the gems that they collected will be the winner. So let's go to my thoughts about the game. So what do you think of Karuba? It is interesting. It is a game where it's a bit like Carcassonne, where you're placing tiles down, but at the same time you're doing simultaneously. So you're trying to see what you can do the best with whatever tiles you got. You could copy other players. All right. So I mean, that is something that the game design did not address. I mean, you could literally look at other players and then copy what they do, all right, and do everything that they did. But that will lead to a very boring game, I think, because everybody will be, oh, we all got the same points, and so I don't know how to address that. But more often than not, most people that play with will have their own idea or think that they know better and do something better. It is very light, all right. It is quite simple. Just look at the tiles in place. The thing about being the expedition leader is that you would not be able to see what tiles you have, all right. What tiles you have left. So you are kind of at a disadvantage when you're playing with other players. You could mitigate that by having a stack of cards like 1 to 36 and just shuffle them and use those to determine what random tile to select. The rest of players will have an advantage because they are looking at the remaining tiles they have, so they can plan ahead like, oh, okay, I don't think chances are I will not be able to get a tile that allows me to move that many steps, or I will not be able to place a tile that allows me to connect these 2 spaces. So I may not do that, for example. So that could be an issue, but easily mitigated as well. There is a slight bingo element to the game, which is kind of interesting in a HABA game, especially. I mean, they're not meant to promote gambling and stuff like that, but I know that. But there is a slight bingo element. After we play a few rounds, we're kind of like, no whammies, and we're like thinking like, okay, come on, give me a number 21 tile. I want a number 21 tile. And if it doesn't appear, then you're trying to figure out what else to do with the tile that you have. So this kind of interesting and unexpected for me to have this kind of emotions. All right, if you think of like Augustus, that game where you're trying to open up a tile and see what resources you get. So it kind of feels that way as well. I would say that it is a light game. All right, it's a light game. There are certain elements. It's easy to play and easy to replay again. Some of the players I play with, they want to play it again. But if you really over strategize it, it's pretty easy to solve. I mean, the best strategy, it seems right now, is just to make a straight path that goes through all the temples and allow all your adventurers to travel. One thing I did not talk about the adventurer is that they cannot jump over another adventurer. So sometimes you might clog up your adventurers, but it is pretty easy to solve. It's a puzzle that can be easy to solve, all right. But it does have the element that, oh, you have placed it there. Every choice you make can kind of make you regret it after that, because if another tile comes up that is a better suited tile, then you oh shit, I wasted that tile, kind of thing. So going for the temple relics seems to be the better choice, because it does give you a lot of points along the way, and rather than you moving 1 point and getting each time you're moving 1 point and getting 1 gem, 1 point and getting 1 gem, you might as well go to the temple, because it gives you a lot more points than just getting the gem points. So I would say, all in all, this is a try before you buy. All right, it is interesting. I wouldn't mind playing it again, but it is not something that it really was like I'm super excited about after playing it. But it might be, I guess it's a good family game. All right, families will get into it. I'm quite sure you can play with kids, but not too young, because they might not understand the whole like, oh, I need to strategize a few steps ahead so that I will not end up having my adventurer walk into a dead end kind of thing. Alright, so this is a try before you buy. Much thanks to HABA Games for this review copy, and thanks for watching.